Hey, Candace.
Hey.
How's everything?
Good, good.
I'm glad to have a chance to talk to you. We've got lots of interesting things to discuss.
Yeah. Yes. And my topic from the news involves copyright infringement and photographs. It's a new case that just came down from our very own Eastern District of Virginia District Court. And it provides some interesting insight, I thought, into copyright infringement and photography. And it's important because many of our clients routinely receive demand letters, either from rights agencies or, if escalated, to a law firm, basically saying, hey, we represent this photographer. We see that you used one of his or her photographs and you didn't get a license from us, so pay up. For copyright infringement, if you have a copyright registration prior to whenever the infringement takes place, basically, you are entitled to get statutory damages and attorney's fees. So these photographers will use bots to kind of scrape the web, find unlicensed uses of their images, and then send out demand letters. And they'll say, look, we're going to sue you, we're going to get a default judgment, and we're going to be entitled to some statutory damages and our attorney's fees. So typically, these situations turn into just a little bit of a negotiation to try to get the photographer down to the lowest amount of money possible.
What's a photograph worth? I mean, it's like...
Well, the licensing fee.
Can see.
The licensing fee.
The licensing fee.
Right. So if I get one of these demand letters, one of the first things I'll do is I'll look up the photographer and look to see if he has his licensing fees online or even the ability to license. Many of them are signed up with these photo agencies where you can go to the site and you can download the image and get your license just right there online. So I can look up the value of the licensing fee. But when a client will first come to me with this situation, one of the first things I hear from my client is, hey, but isn't this fair use? Right? Now, fair use is a very complex legal doctrine under the Copyright Act. And usually, fair use will not apply in the context of where someone has taken a photograph and used it merely to illustrate.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
The website or something on the website.
Let's just say for a law firm, I could see a law firm using a photograph just to be illustrative of a scene or something, but not really for anything artistic about the photograph. For commentary
or criticism or the typical things we think about when we think about fair use, even as a layman. But so I was excited when I saw this case come down because Judge Brinkema dismissed the complaint on the grounds that the publication's use of the photograph was fair use. So I was like, oh, okay, I want some insight into fair use. And at first I thought, well, it's going to be based on the fact that the newspaper or the publication manipulated the image, which they did. So what it is, I'll tell you what it is. So there was a photographer, took a headshot of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The publication took that headshot and made kind of a collage with a photograph of a Tesla because the publication had written 3 related articles about Alexandria AOC espouses these, a woman of the people, no billionaires, etc. But look, she's driving a Tesla in a very posh neighborhood of DC. And on top of that, she's illegally parking her Tesla in a Whole Foods, which is a gourmet market. So a series of articles sort of taking her to task and contrasting her public image with what they would say was her private, inconsistent conduct.